Child, I'm waiting on the black dude not to come home. Is anybody else waiting on that episode?
Okay, me too.
Hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I said hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. There are two things I would like to get out of the way before we get started. Three things, actually.
Oh, Lord.
The first thing is, if you are not subscribed to my channel, but you searching my videos and watching my videos every week, I don't know why you hating, but baby, I just want to let you know that when we talk about haters, we talking about you, okay? When we talk about not supporting black women, we talking about your ass, okay?
Period.
Second of all, I want to let you know, if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, you are missing out on a lot of laughs. We have a lot of fun, especially on my Instagram stories and my TikTok lives. So go ahead and follow me on those platforms. And then I've been sharing things every week that's kind of really cool in regards to social media, but this one is kind of in regards to my YouTube channel. When I did my shows in San Francisco, I put together 2 shows there. I headlined them. And I don't remember the person's name, but I had a black girl come up to me and she sung the intro to my YouTube that, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And when I tell you, I will never forget that moment. That was just like a really good moment for me because we had a really good time. So
thank you.
Shout out to you if you're watching, sis. I appreciate you, and I still remember that moment. I guess one last thing is my nail popped off. My press-on nail popped off before this video, and it's always popping off at the most inconvenient times, and I really don't have time, okay? So I couldn't find the glue. I looked for like 10 minutes. I don't have time. I gotta do this video, okay?
And y'all be all right.
Anyway, y'all know on my channel we always start with the
most boring couple.
Most boring couple, okay? And we're gonna obviously just start with Michaela and what's that black dude name?
I don't know, but they wasn't on there.
I don't know his name, child. I forgot. He ain't been on there, okay? But let's start with Michaela and him. They still in quarantine or whatever. We haven't heard from Michaela.
Is it Ryan?
The black guy is still in his hotel room, apparently with his shirt off, because he don't never put his shirt on. I don't know why he want us to see
Brett?
His chest hair so bad. I don't know why he want us to see
Jerome?
His chest BDBs. But anyway, I guess, child, he just gonna keep his shirt off, and it is what it is.
Tyrone?
I just had to mention them because, you know, we discuss all the couples, but they didn't really have nothing going on this episode. So let's just go ahead and move on.
Good, okay.
The next most boring couple, it was actually a really good episode. I'm gonna say Jose and Rachel. Is it Rachel? Child, I don't remember these people's names today.
No idea.
Anyway, so we started off with Rachel. She couldn't ride a bike this episode. Jose planned a little date for them where they went bike riding. And I don't know why Jose was so shocked about that. I don't know what it was. I guess my mom cannot ride a bike. Like, she could never ride a bike ever since I was growing up or whatever. So I grew up with a mom who didn't know how to ride a bike. So it's just really not that weird to me. Like, some people don't know how to ride a bike. But it was really cute that Jose helped her along on that process or whatever. Like, he was there to hold her hand. I thought that was really cute and sweet. Here's the thing. Rachel said that she wanted to travel. Let's get into this, okay? She said she wanted to travel before having her first kid or something like that. And she said she wanted to go to Switzerland or something like that.
Okay, girl.
Jose said, well, you know, dang, can we just go to like Palm Springs?
Arizona? Phoenix?
Can we just go to like Austin?
Vegas?
Because Switzerland, what? That's too expensive. Excuse me?
Colorado? You know, Denver?
Not the person who owns 2 homes.
Right.
Not the person who wants to pay all the bills.
I thought you was rich.
Not the person who has sacrificed his whole life to prepare being married and having a family and all of these things, telling me that going to Switzerland is too expensive.
Okay, make it make sense.
Baby, this is what you made sacrifices for. Switzerland, Greece, Turks and Caicos, Japan.
Pho.
Like, what are you talking about? Like,
is that soup?
You want to create these memories with your new spouse. This is a part of creating those memories. It's going to be the same with kids. When you have kids, you're going to want to take them somewhere, honey. You're not just gonna want to drive to San Antonio and see the Alamo, Jose.
That's what your parents did, but you know.
Child. So that was my read for Jose on being a cheap ass. But let's get into Rachel. Rachel says she don't know how to save money. She financially irresponsible. Okay, she needs help, but she took a trip every month.
Please tell me how that happened.
Baby, that's your savings right there. Where are you taking a trip to every month? She said I took a trip every month and then a big trip every 2 years. What's a big trip?
Was it 30 days or 2 weeks or what?
Because I love a little vacation once a year, honey. And it could be, it was Miami this year. It could be, you know, a little Japan or, you know, Hawaii or, you know, something like that. But that's one big trip a year. So where are you going every month?
Please explain it to me.
From Houston to Dallas, I hope. Because every month, honey, getting on a plane, you should be a flight attendant.
Okay, change your career.
To me, that's not realistic for the average person who wants to actually save money. And that's why you're not saving none, because you went somewhere every month.
That part.
Anyway, I told y'all Rachel was insecure about getting help, and she admitted it today. She said, I'm insecure about getting help, but I have a husband who wants to help me, so let me just let go and let God, okay? That's what she needs to do.
Amen.
But I'm just wondering if we have to talk about finances at every single break with this couple.
Every meal.
They have breakfast, they talking about finances. They having lunch, they talking about finances. They having dinner, they talking about 50-50, or y'all ain't even paying for this. Why can't we wait until we back home to talk about this? Why do we have to talk about this at every bite? Y'all talk about food. Y'all think the F and F is food and finances. We don't have to talk about the F and the F, okay? We could just talk about the food. We can talk about the other F later. What's the problem? Like, it's almost like all the couples this season, the producers are encouraging all the couples to have these tough conversations during very awkward times. And I think that talking about finances at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a midnight snack is not something that we need to do. Why can't we just talk about it once and then make a decision on, you know, how we're gonna move forward, and then not talk about it again for maybe at least 5 days?
At least, honey.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm the type of person, I feel like a lot of people like to have the same conversation over and over. I'm literally not that person. I like to get everything out. When the first time I have the conversation, honey, I will go in. But then I'm done talking about it.
She lying.
Now, if you ain't let me say everything I had to say, I'm gonna go in again.
Told you.
One thing Jose said that I found very selfish is that if he had COVID, he would expect Rachel to be there right by his side.
I know you lying.
So you mean to tell me if you got leprosy, you want me to get leprosy?
That's what Jose want. He wants you to just get bubbles and bumps, honey.
You mean to tell me you got chicken pox, we got chicken pox? Absolutely not.
We got it.
Okay? You're gonna quarantine. If you really care about the people in your life, when you get COVID, you will quarantine away from them. Why everybody gotta risk their life, honey? That's ridiculous. I would want her to be by my side and be with me. Yeah, you would want her to be with you, but you would be selfless enough to let her quarantine and go stay over her mama's house or a hotel or something, babe. We don't both have to risk our lives, because how COVID affects you, it may not affect your spouse the same way. Come on, are we stupid or are we dumb?
Both.
What are we doing, and why are we doing it? Why are we getting the vaccine if you're going to go ahead and have Maxine in the room with you?
Who is Maxine?
I know her name Rachel, but it rhymes, okay?
Girl.
Let's move on. Let's move on to, I kind of want to save the Ryan and Redhead for later, okay? Let's move on to Bao and Johnny, because even though when they got drama, they still be boring. I don't know how. We're still talking about snoring. Wow, this is boring. Bao, we know you snore, and we know we don't expect women to snore. It's, baby, let it go.
Please, like Frozen.
Let it go. Johnny said if he wasn't married to this woman, he would have been back on the apps after that conversation.
Ooh.
I said, wow, this actually shows me what the hell's wrong with Johnny.
Ouch.
He don't want to work. He don't want to go through any turmoil. He don't want to have any tough conversations unless he's leading them.
Oh.
He loves to have tough conversations when he's leading, but when somebody else has a tough conversation with him, he's ready to run. It's almost like Johnny wants to run and leave a situation before he can be rejected, like his daddy did him.
Dr. Jazmyn, be on it.
Just speculation. Bao was talking about, Johnny, I really like you. I've always had a crush on you. And Johnny was like, I always had a crush on you. And she was like, and I was like, isn't that cute? But none of y'all had the sense enough to go talk to each other and just take it further. I didn't really like the fact that Bao said that she was a wuss or whatever she said for not talking to Johnny. Actually, Johnny didn't have the balls to continue to pursue something with you. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if Johnny hung out with you once or texted you a few times and turned out he didn't like you because something small that you did turned him off.
Like you was breathing.
And he stopped texting. But anyway, I don't know.
He was back on the apps.
Johnny said, while he was thinking about making love, Bao was thinking about his comments about her snoring. And he said, I wish we could just focus on each other.
No idea what that means, Johnny.
Bao's just letting you know that her feelings were hurt by some of the things you said. She's still focusing on both of you guys. She's still focused on this relationship. She's just trying to be honest about how your comments made her feel insecure about something she's already insecure about. How is that not focusing on y'all? This is another example. I understand that Johnny was in the mood to talk about the D.
That D, baby.
And Bao was in the mood to really spill the tea, honey. I don't know why I'm rhyming this episode. Why am I doing that? Anyway, I don't believe Johnny wants to get the best possible start in this relationship, like he said. He said he wants to get the strongest possible start. I think he wants to avoid conflict and not hear conflict from Bao unless it's something that he brings up. Because he's brought up conflict during awkward times a couple of times. Let's fast forward to when they were in the hammock.
Oh, yeah.
And Bao was having a good time enjoying the sun, honey, looking cute. Her skin was looking flawless. And then Johnny said, earlier, I wasn't really honest. We're having a good moment.
Okay, be quiet.
We're supposed to be having the strongest possible start. And here you are.
Bringing up some old shit.
I think Johnny has very unrealistic expectations about how a relationship goes. He wants everything to be all rainbows and marshmallows until he has a problem that he would like to get off of his chest. I have a feeling whenever Bao brings up something that makes her uncomfortable, Johnny's gonna have a problem with it.
You're gonna be ready to run.
Now let's get to Bao not washing her booty, child, because
that was a mess. What?
This is a hot topic right now. Bao, it's giving Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, it's giving famous white celebrity. Why are you not taking baths, Bao?
And why are you admitting it? What's going on?
And here you go, Bao, refusing to take a bath before bed. That's some bullshit. Yeah, it was a bad Bao taking a bath before bed. Okay. Anyway.
We get it. The bees. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand why you want to go to bed dirty. We see in the future episode that Johnny is going to be fed up when Bao refuses to take a bath before bed, and he's gonna bounce.
Ooh, nice one.
I'm weird, I know. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the Redhead and Ryan. Last week I went live with my dad on Instagram. If you missed it, you really missed out. It's not on my page anymore. We talked about an array of topics. But at the end, we talked about Married at First Sight, and I asked my dad what he thought about the couples. My dad said, personally, he thinks that Ryan is an excessive drinker.
He said he got that look.
Ryan is giving very much vodka from last season for him. The Lake Show, baby. Yeah. Don't y'all miss that? I do.
We do.
Anyway, the Redhead and the Republican is the new name for the Redhead and Ryan, honey. Because the tea was hot on this episode. Did y'all notice, but before we get to the Republican, do y'all notice that the Republican said, when the Redhead was talking about how she was afraid to go on the little, whatever that was, kayak thingy, he was like, well, if you're, this is how Ryan was. He was like, well, if you're scared, then we can always just go pick flowers or something. And the Redhead was like, and I was like,
excuse me?
What's funny about, do white women struggle with this?
Do y'all? Let me know.
Do y'all have to pretend to laugh at everything that these men say?
Because I know that couldn't possibly genuinely be funny, but.
That's not something I'm accustomed to. Because there was nothing funny about that, Redhead.
At all.
Ryan literally said, yeah, maybe I'll make you a cheesecake.
Cricket.
And the Redhead has the nerve to be falling in love with him. Having a crush on him. Baby, a crush over what? Where's the personality? All he does is drink wine and look sad.
Where's the flavor?
Ryan is really...
Where's the flavor in this?
The Republican is giving me clinical depression, you guys. And I'm scared. I'm nervous. I thought that by now we would see more of his personality, and we haven't, okay? It's giving...
Daria.
Unhappiness. Yeah, grief. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous. Anyway, staying on the topic of the adventure that they went on, Ryan said he normally would date a woman who likes to do more adventurous things. That means Ryan would like a woman who can shoot deer.
Or birds. Let
me tell y'all something. I can be wrong about a lot of things. I'm not wrong about this. I'm from Texas.
Yep.
When you see a Republican named Ryan with a ranch, child, it's not for wings. It's for...
killing animals.
Murder.
It's the triple R.
Okay, it's for hunting. Okay, and he wants a woman who will put on camo and a camel hat and throw her blonde hair into a ponytail, child, and get out there and pick up a rifle and get to shooting and hunting and knows how to prepare and skin a deer, honey, and make jerky.
Girl.
And I'm not lying. Okay, that's what he's looking for. But now he got the redhead. We're gonna see how this goes. Did y'all notice that on vacation the redhead really dressed like somebody's old auntie?
Oh my God.
Where is your Lululemon?
Yeah, I don't know what she had on.
Where is your Athleta, redhead? Why are you wearing Skechers?
Yeah, spice it up a bit. Dang.
What is this? Is this JCPenney?
Girl.
First, today she had on like whatever the heck she had on. The swimsuit was it was giving very much JCPenney. Yeah. It was giving very much Dillard's women's department.
That's your story.
And I don't care what y'all say. I like shopping at Dillard's, but it's giving very much Dillard's swimsuit. Okay? So I couldn't get jiggy with it. Anyway.
Your mama loved JCPenney.
Why was the redhead moving into politics? First of all, why are we talking about politics at dinner, Gill?
At all.
This is not the time.
Nor the place, nor do we care, okay?
Why is the redhead so afraid to say that Ryan is a Republican? You voted for this, I voted for that. You voted for this, you don't agree with this, and you voted for him, and I voted for him, and I voted for her, and you voted... Just say he a Trump supporter.
Right.
Just say he's a Trump supporter. Well, he has his own political views and he views them that way because of how he views them. Baby, just say he voted for Trump and he racist.
And he's selfish and also probably delusional.
There is no reason in 2020 that there is no possible way you can support Trump and not be a racist at this point.
Period.
Or if you're not a racist, I apologize. You're just okay with racism.
Very okay with it.
And I don't know. How can I not be a murderer, but I'm okay with murder?
And support it and vote for it.
Doesn't sound right, does it? Yeah. Anyway, maybe the Republicans' racism is what's bringing him so much grief. Maybe he should try caring about other people. And that will reduce the bags from under his eyes.
Yeah, he carrying racism in them bags.
Because, baby, let me tell you something. Being a racist, it takes a toll on the skin, honey. It takes a huge toll on the facial muscles.
That's why he not happy.
Mm-hmm. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, let's move on. All right, and the last couple we're gonna talk about is Marilla and Gill.
I thought we was done.
Marilla and Gill. Now, I missed the first 6 minutes of the episode approximately, but when I turned on the TV, I thought I heard Marilla say that Mexican people don't change their last name. Excuse me?
Did she say that, y'all? Let me know.
No, I've met quite a few Mexican people who do change their last name when they get married. Yeah. You're just using that as an excuse not to change your last name. Listen, if your father was in your life, we love our fathers. I love my dad so much, okay? He was so impactful on me growing up. That don't mean I'm going to keep my maiden name.
Period.
What's your point, Marilla?
Let me know.
Oh my gosh. And then to say Mexican people, to bring Mexican people into it at that. Girl, bye. Did y'all see that when the group was out and they were FaceTiming the black dude, that Marilla said, when they were talking about Michaela not being there, Marilla said, you ain't missing much. Here's the thing. Why I understand that Marilla doesn't like the hotel arrangements, and we've talked about that. But she continues to complain about it, and that's what I find really annoying. You don't have to love the place, but let it go.
You do have to respect my house.
Oh my goodness. Y'all know the Beyonce song, I'm a bitch in the morning. I think, or I'm a train wreck in the morning, I'm a bitch in the afternoon. And the song just stops right there for Marilla. For real.
Wow, she both.
I think somebody commented on my YouTube last week and said, you don't like Marilla? I'm out of here. Go ahead and log off.
Bye.
Go ahead and unsubscribe. Like, so.
Holla back.
Anyway, Marilla said when she's on vacation, she likes to get under a big umbrella and slather on sunscreen. And Marilla just, to me, that just is giving white supremacy.
I know y'all didn't want to say it, but you thought it.
I don't know what about it. Y'all don't have to agree or disagree. It's just when I hear a woman who is a woman of color and she very fair skinned and she talking about how she like to stay fair, it's giving very much white supremacy. Why you don't want to look like J-Lo?
It's giving self-hate.
Why you don't want to look like Shakira?
They fine.
Why you don't want to have a little tan? You don't want... It's giving... Yeah, anyway... but we know Marilla is not a white supremacist apparently, even though we don't know for sure, honey. But she said she is very passionate about politics and she is not rolling with the Repubs because she cares about other people. So I guess. So anyway, Gill decided to do something nice by, having their little time on the beach and bringing Marilla some chocolate gelato. Here's the one thing I will say. When he brought her the gelato, she said, is this vegan? And he said, well, taste it. I don't want to taste it. I need to know if it's vegan first. Do you not know what veganism is? Why would I taste it and it end up not being vegan and now I'm mad?
Right.
Just tell her if it's vegan, Gill. Damn.
You already know.
Then she complained and said, oh, it's chocolatey. Oh, it's too chocolatey. See, she don't like chocolate. That's how I knew she wasn't going to like Gill.
Okay, baby, all that chocolate.
Baby, you got to like chocolate to like Gill, honey. Anyway.
You got to like sweets.
Marilla talked about how she grew up poor. They lived in a tin roof shack. I'm like, was this in Texas or where was this? Was this in Mexico? Because I ain't never seen no tin roof shack in Houston, ever. Maybe I'm missing something. Here's one thing that I did agree with Marilla on.
Word?
Gill said he wants 7 or 8 kids. And he would like to adopt if he can't have them naturally. Baby, you didn't think about this 4 years ago when you were in your 30s?
Right. Or how old is he?
Gill, if you want to have that many kids, you should have had a head start. You should have settled down with one of those women that was probably just fine for you and you passed up.
Not just fine.
Like, how do you want to have 8 kids, but you want to start... How old is Gill? You want to start at 38.
How that work?
It's giving you waited a little bit too long, babe. Now you can only have 4.
Freeze your eggs.
8?
Freeze your sperm. Yeah.
I didn't really like the fact that Marilla said she's not open to adopting. If I'm adopt, it's gonna be my last resort, honey. If I'm gonna adopt, they gotta remove my whole lower half of my body, and my eggs gotta die along with my lower half of my body, honey. And then if I can't get my mama eggs or my sister egg, baby, just say I thought you cared about other people.
Wow.
Listen, I know adoption is not for everybody, but it just sounds mean. Like Gill said, it sounds kind of mean. It sounds pretty evil, But Marilla wasn't wrong. She said, honey, 8 kids is expensive. She said, do you have a trust fund? Because if you don't have a trust fund, let's not talk about raising kids. And y'all know she's right.
Right.
I think Gill, wants to have 7 or 8 kids, but he also has a very cheap and modest lifestyle. And Marilla doesn't. So she wants to maintain her lifestyle while having these kids. I think it's going to take quite a bit more money than they probably have to have 8.
And she would be pregnant for a decade.
The last thing I'll say is, the second to last thing is about the dog walking.
What about it?
Now, here's the thing. My mom said, if he already had a dog walker, what's the problem?
Ooh.
He already had one.
Okay.
The dog walker can just continue to do their job. The thing that I also said is, just because I'm now married to you, what makes you think I have the time and the capacity to walk this dog twice a week? Like, you have to change your schedule to walk a dog. I have a dog, you know?
Twice a day.
But ultimately, I guess if somebody wanted me to walk their dog, I honestly, before I had my own dog, it was also different. Because I didn't really like animals before. Like, I didn't want to ever live with an animal. So if I had moved in with somebody who had an animal, I really wouldn't want to walk it, you know?
Ever.
So I kind of understood where Mirla was coming from, but hopefully the dog grows on her, I guess. Anyway, the last thing is, Gill said, doesn't this feel surreal to like be going home and we're married now? And Mirla was like, no. It doesn't feel surreal.
And kept snacking.
And he was like, well, you know, I think it's going to be easy. I think, you know, loving you is easy, baby. And she said, it's not going to be easy. I never heard it was easy.
Girl.
And then Gill said, well, you know, I just want $1 million. Do you think we don't need $1 million? Like, girl, you just want to agree. You just want to disagree with everything Gill says. You just don't really like Gill that much. And that's sad because Gill seems like a really nice person to me. Anyway, those were all the notes that I had for this week. I hope that that covered everything that you guys were thinking. If not, go ahead and comment below and let me know. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed, baby,
bye.